Welcome back. Today, I'll walk you through how to use the annual budget planner completely. So, with the help of this annual budget planner, you can just try to track all your different bank accounts and what all transactions you're just trying to do, and you can even track the transactions from one bank account to another bank account. It also comes with the budget dashboard, the calendar overview, and then year-wise overview. Then it also has the net worth tracker, your debt tracker, and 50-30-20 sheet. This annual budget planner is going to be like a wholesome template where you can just try to track all your transactions completely with this one template. Let's get started. So first we have the planner sheet. So we'll just try to go through the complete planner sheet first. So this planner sheet, so first we have the start date. So here you can just try to enter which year you want to actually calculate the complete budget. So you can just try to have the start date. Next is we have the currency. So here there are different currencies which are already listed. So whatever currency you're just going to list down in this currency list, those will automatically come as a drop down, and then you can just try to go and select it. So here you can see it's already in dollars. So if we just try to go and change this to euros, see automatically it will automatically change everywhere. It'll just try to change it to euros. So now let me just try to change it back to the dollars itself. So see, automatically it has completely changed it to dollars. Next is below this one, we have the account and the balance. So at the start of the year, what is going to be the difference account you're going to hold and what is going to be the balance of each and every account? You can just try to come and list down over here. Checking is going to be one of the account and the balance is like $20,000. Then we have bank 2, that's one of the account, then that's $25,000. Then bank 3 we have, so this is going to be the balance. So here we have bank 4, bank 5, bank 6, and then these are the different account we hold, and this is going to be the balance at each and every account. Here we have credit card 1 and 2. So you can see this is mentioned in negative, minus 1000, and here it's minus 2000. That's because credit card and whatever debt we have, we can just try to mention that in the negative over here. So since we owe that, right, so we are just trying to mention that in negative over here. So like this, you can just try to add all your savings account, your current account, or your credit cards, your debt, whatever you have, you can just try to list down. The important note is that you just need to mention the debt and the credit card in negative. That's going to be the important note. So then here we have in the side, first we have mark entry fields or editable fields. So if we just try to check mark this one, you can see wherever I can just try to change it, all those fields will automatically change, the color will be changed. So if you want, you can just try to check mark this or you can just uncheck this one. So next here we have the total income. You can see this is going to be income and there's the expense, and then what is the difference between these two, we are getting it over here. And each and every month what is going to be the income, you can just try to see it over here. Similarly, if I just try to go and change it to expense, so see here there's going to be the expense each and every month. Then here we also have the difference. So what is going to be the difference each and every month, you can just try to have it over here. So all these things you can just try to change in the drop down, and then you can just try to see your complete month by month income and then expense, everything over here. So this is a simple overview, we have it over here. Next, if we just try to go below this one, we have the income table. So in this income table, what you can do is first we have the subcategory, then frequency. Here in the frequency, we have a drop down. Like what is going to be the frequency for this income? Like whether it's going to be monthly, weekly, like every 4 weeks, bi-monthly, then quarterly, half-yearly, yearly, one time we're just going to get this income. Like this, we have different kind of frequency over here. Then we have the amount, then from which is going to be the starting. So when it should be calculated. So from the start of the year, so till which time it should just be calculated. So we have the end of the year. Then any note, and then if you want to have, so if you want to add this to the calendar, we can just try to give a tick mark over here. So like this, all the different subcategories for my income are mentioned over here, and then you can just try to have the frequency and what is going to be the amount. You can just try to enter it over here. So let me say that I'm going to have a income. So let me say we are just trying to go and have rental 2 income. So already we have one rental income. So here there's going to be a second rental income. So let's say this rental income, we are just trying to get it bi-weekly. Okay, so 2 weeks once we're just trying to go and get this income, and let's say this amount is going to be $700. Okay, so this is going to be the income. So now automatically this will be calculated, and you can see the income is automatically changed over here. So like this, automatically the income will be calculated. So bi-weekly this income will be calculated and automatically it will be updated. So this is the about the income table. Next we have the expense table. So here in the expense we have the subcategory, then we have the frequency. So here also we have the different frequencies over here, like weekly, bi-weekly, every 4 weeks, like that. Then what's going to be the amount, then from which date it should start, and which date is going to be the last date, and notes, and then we have the calendar. So here you can just try to have your subcategories of all your expenses. You can just try to list down, and then what is going to be the frequency, you can just try to have it over here. So let's say that the first, I'm just trying to go and have Wi-Fi bill. I'm going to have this Wi-Fi bill monthly, and the amount, let's say it's going to be $80. So this is going to be the expense for me. So here automatically I'll just try to get it. So like this, you can just try to like enter all your expenses in this expense table like this. So here automatically you will get the planner. So this is nothing but the complete planner for the entire year. So all your income, the categories, subcategories, and what is going to be the amount for like each and every month, we'll automatically get it over here. So you don't need to worry about this. So this is completely used for calculation. You just don't need to worry about this complete planner. So the only thing which you need to edit is that you can edit the expenses, you can edit the incomes, and then here the bank accounts and the currency, you can just try to edit it. So with the help of this planner sheet, you can just try to have list down all your accounts, the balance, and then your different subcategories for your incomes, and then different subcategories for your expenses. Next, we'll go to the next sheet, that's going to be a log. So this is one of the important sheet where we are just trying to go and have all our transactions listed. So in this sheet, you can first see we have the transaction date, on which date this particular transaction is happening, and the reference ID for this particular transactions we are having. Then we have the category. So here the category is nothing but we have just two categories, whether it's going to be income, whether like we're getting the money or we're just trying to spend the money. So it's going to be income or expense. Next we have the subcategory. So the subcategory, like it depends. So if it is going to be income, what all subcategories you have like listed down in the planner sheet, that is going to be the drop down over here. So in case if it is for expense, all the subcategories for the expenses, whatever you have listed down in the planner sheet, that you will try to have it over here. So you can just try to go and select the subcategories over here. And then next is we have the account. So from which bank account this particular transaction is happening, whether it's happening in the credit card, whether you're just trying to get the income to the bank account 1, 2, or anything, you can just try to have it over here. Then what is going to be the amount of that particular transaction. Next we have any notes, we can just try to add it over here. So now let me just try to come down, and then let me just try to show you. So let's say that I'm just trying to go and add like 10th October 2025. So this is going to be the date. And here let me say this is going to be the transaction ID 31. And then let's say I'm just trying to go and have an expense. So I'll say expenses. Next is I'll come to the category. So the subcategory, if you see, I'll automatically get the subcategories which are belonging to my expenses. So let's say Wi-Fi bill is going to be the subcategory, and then let's say from which account. So let's say from credit card 1, I'm just trying to pay $80 as the Wi-Fi bill. So you can automatically get. So like this, you can just try to enter all your transactions and then maintain the complete transactions over here in the transaction sheet. The best advantage of this particular sheet is that you can just try to like maintain and list down all your transactions, as well as you also know from which particular account like you're just trying to spend or you're just trying to get the income. So all these things will be completely noted in this transactions table. Next, we'll go to the next sheet, that's going to be called as transfers. So in this particular transfer sheet, so it's nothing but from one account to another account, a transfer is going to happen. That is what we call it as transfers over here. So whatever transactions we do is nothing but it's going to be in the form of income or expense. So here we have listed down different accounts, right? Like bank accounts 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like credit card 1, 2, like this we have listed down. So from one bank account to one bank account, if you're just trying to do an internal transfer of from one bank account to credit card, we are just trying to pay that amount. So those kinds of transactions are actually called as transfers over here. So here you can just try to have what is going to be the date. Then we have the amount from which account, like we're just trying to like minus from which account the amount is going to get reduced, and 2 is nothing but from to which account the amount is going to get added. So like here you can see from credit card 1 to credit card 2, automatically the amount is going to get added like $1,000. So we have. So like this, we have a complete table over here. So let me just try to go and add one transaction. So let's say 10th October 2025. And then here, let's say the amount is going to be like $600. Let me say I'm going to transfer from bank 2 to credit card 2. Okay, so I'm just trying to transfer from bank 2 to credit card 2. I'm just trying to transfer $600 over here. So this is going to be one of the transfers what we're going to do. So here you can see you have a plan column. So what will happen is when you're just trying to go like check this tick mark over here, this will automatically show in the calendar. Okay, so in the plan section in the calendar, it will automatically show. If you don't want it to show it, you can just try to not check this particular tick mark. So this is about the complete transfer sheet over here. So next, let's try to go for the budget sheet. So here you can see we have the complete budget dashboard over here. So you can see we have from January. So here you can see we have the start date and what is going to be the end date. We are just trying to have it. Then you can see the what is the current balance over here and what is the planned balance. So that one we also have it over here. Next you can see what is the planned out, and then that's nothing but the expense, planned expense, and what is going to be the difference. We're just trying to have it over here. Then below this one, so we have some different graphs. Before getting into this, we'll just try to come to the tables whatever we have over here. So first is we have the income table. So here you can just try to see what are all the different subcategories for my income, how much is planned, and what is the actual value I have got. So the actual value is nothing but from the transactions, it will just try to take the sum of those values over here. Then here I have the left value. So there's nothing but the planned minus actual. So the left value, we will get it over here. Similarly, here you can see for expenses I have. So here I have all the subcategories. So whatever is going to be the planned value. Then here, what is the actual value over here? You can just try to get it. Also here you can see we have the left value over here. So what is the left value? Next we have the balance. So here you can see the balance. So for each and every account is given over here, and what are the starting balance or the plus or minus, like you can see if you have spent, it is a negative. If you have got more amount to that bank account, it's in positive. And what is the current balance of each and every account is also calculated easily in this sheet itself. So next we have the transactions listed. So here you can also get all the transactions. So whatever transactions we have in a log, so all those transactions you can just try to see it over here. So this transactions is nothing but the complete log. We are just trying to have it over here. So you can see all the transactions. So you can have like many number of transactions. So here the transactions are small. I'm just trying to get only this. So you can just try to have as many transactions you can have. Next is going to be the daily balance. So for each and every day, whatever is going to be the balance, we are just trying to have it. So here you can just try to have from the start date to the end date. So you can just try to have it completely over here. So this is the daily balance over here. Next is we have the calendar overview over here. So here you can see the complete like left to budget over here. Then we have the cash flow and any things to do. If you want to have any to do activities, you can just try to like add those activities over here. So all this we have it over here. So here you can also try to change like left to budget or left to spend. So that one also you can just try to change it. Automatically this will change. So this is the complete calendar overview. We have it. So now let's come to the graph. So first you can see we have an income breakdown graph. So here you can see like this is nothing but for all our actual values we have the graph. So how much is the actual salary we have got, like the freelancing from dividends, like from different income sources. or simply we can just try to call it as a subcategories. So we are just trying to have the complete graph, a pie chart over here. So here we have it for the expense breakdown. So in the expense, you can see we have it like for different, where we are just trying to spend like for electricity, loan repayment, then internet. So we are just trying to have a graph over here. Next we have for balance. So here, like for each and every account, what is going to be the balance? So for that, we are just trying to have a pie chart over here. So this is about the complete budget dashboard. So you can just try to have the entire budget. You can just try to like visualize your entire budget with the help of this simple dashboard here. So next to budget, you can actually see a sheet called as app budget. So what is the major difference between the budget and the app budget is nothing but the app sheets. So you can see app budget, like app year, app net worth, like these different app sheets are there. So these sheets are mainly optimized to use this particular template in your Google Sheet app. So what you can do is you can just try to download your Google Sheet app on your mobile, and you can just try to use these particular sheets even in your mobile. So for your mobile view, the app sheets are better optimized. So you can just try to use these app sheets in your mobile. So instead of viewing through the budget dashboard, this one, you can just try to use the app budget dashboard and then view it in your mobile. But other than that, everything is going to be the same. So the key pointers, whatever we have, the graph and the tables, whatever we have, everything is going to be the same in both the desktop version, that's normal budget sheet, and the app budget sheet. Next, we'll go to the next sheet, that's going to be our calendar sheet. So here we have the complete calendar view. So here you can see what is going to be the month, like the day you have it over here. Then you can say like the start week. So from which day it is going to start. So let's say we'll start from Monday, and for which month and year we are just trying to do. So let's say if I want to go and change this to October, let's say. Okay, so I'll just try to go and change it to October. So here you can see this is going to be the complete October 2025 calendar over here. So it starts from Wednesday, so first, and whatever is my current balance, we are just trying to have it over here. And the complete calendar, we are able to get it over here. So likewise, you can just see what is going to be our incomes, like the different incomes. We are just trying to have it over here. Like every monthly incomes, like freelancing dividends are going to be the monthly incomes. Then freelancing, you can see it's like weekly. So here also it's coming, here also we have, then here also we have, and here also we have. So you can just see like every week it's going to be an income. So that's nothing but the frequency we have given it as weekly. So that's why we are just trying to have it every week. So at the top, you can see what is going to be the current balance, what is the plan for that particular month, that's the income for that particular month, and what is the planned out, and then what is the planned transfers we are going to have it. So, and then below this one, we have the complete calendar view, and then here we have the balance overview over here. So here we can just try to go and like have the to do things, whatever we want to do, and then once we have completed, we can just try to check this box so that we'll know that we have like completed these many activities in the to-do list. So this is about the calendar view. So here you will have the complete calendar view, and then here you also have the transfers. So whatever transfers has happened for that particular month, we are just trying to have it over here. So you can just try to have this. So and then we have the planned complete all the incomes. We are just trying to have it over here. So this is about the complete about the calendar view over here. So next we'll go to the year. So here we have the yearly overview. So from the start date is going to be the year. So like 2025 we have given. So the starting like 1st January to 31st December is going to be the end date. And then here I have some of the key pointers, like first what is going to be starting balance, and what is going to be the income we have got, and what is going to be our expense, and how much transfers has happened, and then what is our current balance we have, then what is the in and out we have completely. So here we have what is going to be out, and then how many days are there totally, and then what is going to be the daily average, and then what is going to be the out. Here we have like out, what is going to be the days, and then what is going to be the daily average. So all these key pointers, we are just trying to have it over here. So next we have like a complete chart over here, for the income spent. So how much income has been spent, we are just trying to have it. Then we have the income graph over here. So like from January 2025 to November, whatever is the income. So we are just trying to have the complete graph over here. Then the expense graph we have. So the expense graph is again like where our expense are going. Like for you have electricity, like gas, and then different bills we have. So where we are just trying to spend those expenses, we are just trying to have it over here. And we also have what is going to be the top expense. So what is the planned amount and how much we have just tried to like spend. We are just trying to have it. So what is the total amount for each and every expense? We are just trying to have it over here. Similarly, next we'll come below. So here we have the cash flow like in and out. Then we have the total, like what is going to be the complete thing. We have it over here. Next we have the group top. So we are just trying to have the different groups over here. So you can see we are just trying to have different like group 1, group 2, group 3 and group 5. So we're just trying to get all these details over here. So these groups are nothing but you can just try to group some 2-3 things together. Like let's say like we are just trying to buy some groceries, like dining, all these things you can just try to group into a category like food. So like that you can just try to group it. So that's the work of these groups. So here all those groups we are just trying to have it over here. So like we have the group like top what is going to be the thing and where we are just trying to spend through which account. So here we have the cash overflow breakdown for each and every month. What is the income, what is the expense, and whatever transfers we have done for that particular month, and what is the difference. And below we are also having the total values over here. So next we have the group breakdown over here. So this is a small chart. Then what is the complete goal breakdown? We have it over here. And the goal progress, we are just trying to have it over here. So this is a drop down we have. We can just try to do it for savings. We can just try to have it for investments. And we can just try to have it for sinking funds. So like this, we can automatically change with the help of this drop down. So our goal, if it is going to be sinking fund, how much is the sinking fund and what percentage have been completed. And if it is going to be savings, so what has been completed, we are just trying to have it over here. So next here we have the goals completely, like for each and every account, start, end, what is the current value, and whether it's plus or minus, what is left, and what account type it is, right? Then here we have the accounts, different accounts we have it. And here we have the goals monthly breakdown. So for each and every month, whatever is there, we are just trying to have this as a breakdown over here for each and every account, for each and every month, what is going to be, what we have got. So we are just trying to have that as a breakdown over here in the goals monthly breakdown table completely over here. So then here we have the groups. So you can see the group table completely over here. So this is about the complete about the year or yearly overview. We can just see it. So first we have the key pointers, then the required graphs. So complete year overview, you can just try to see it with the help of this particular sheet. Next we also have an app here. So this is very well optimized for the app view. So you can just try to use the Google Sheet app and then view it. Next is we'll come to the net worth. So here we have the net worth tracker, which is inbuilt in this annual budget planner itself. So here you can see what is going to be the month, then the start date and end date. So here we have what is going to be the goal for our net worth, and then the total assets what we have, the total liabilities, the current net worth, how much we have, and then what is the left to goal, and then growth is how much. We are just trying to have it. So below this one you can see the complete thing. So first we'll just try to look at these tables. So we have assets month by month. So what is the bank account? What is the starting value? Like every month, what is going to be the value? We have all the assets. So like we have all the assets listed down over here completely. And then below this one, we also have like the account, savings, bank account. So here you can just try to go and select from your accounts whatever you have. Then we have the liabilities. So what are going to be the different liabilities? Like you can see credit card, bank, all these are going to be some of the liabilities we have. So that is again listed down over here. So you can also like list down all the other liabilities also. Like if you try to have any other liabilities, any other loans, you can just try to list down over here for each and every month. You can just try to list down in these tables. So all these things will automatically get updated. So we have here automatically get calculated. So what is going to be my total assets? We have it over here for the entire year. And then what is going to be the total liabilities we have over here for the entire year. And what is the current value? We are also having it over here. So next we have what was the net worth goal, and then what is the starting value, current value, and how much is left to achieve. And what is the growth also we have. So whether we have like the total asset, how much is the growth, all these things also we are just trying to have. If it is a growth, we automatically will have a top kind of a triangle, and then if it is going to be like negative, we'll have a invert triangle over here. So like this, we are just trying to have it over here for the complete growth. All these things we are just trying to have. So this is going to be the complete net worth tracker, which is going to come inbuilt in this annual budget tracker. So you can also like track your entire net worth with the help of this particular sheet. So we also have the app view of the net worth over here. So here we also have some of the important graphs like the net worth, the asset wise graph, and asset versus liabilities graph, and the goal versus actual, how much we have just tried to achieve. Like we have achieved like 39.44% of our net worth goal. We have just tried to achieve it. So all these things we are just trying to have it over here. So next is we'll go to the debt table. So here we have a debt payoff planner. So with this help of this one, you can just try to plan how to, you can just try to like pay off your debts. So here you can see the month. So you can just try to have whichever month you want, and then what is going to be the total debt for that particular month, what is the planned value, what is the actual value, and then how much is left. And here you also have the total value over here. So here you can see like you have the debt breakdown table, and then here we have the monthly breakdown. So what are going to be the different debts? So here you can see like credit card 1 and 2 are going to be my debts, and what is the planned value, what is the actual value, we have it over here. Then here you can see I have the left value, how much is left, and what is going to be the balance, and when was the last payment made, and when it's going to be the last payment, and then how many months is like due, like how many months is left for the last payment, and what is the progress, we have it over here completely. So next is here you can like enter the info. So you can just try to enter what is going to be the interest, what is going to be minimum payment for each and every month, and what is going to be the debts. You can just try to list down it over here. And an important thing is that we have a payoff method over here. So there are like two methods you can just try to use to pay off your debts. One is the snowball method, one is the avalanche method. So the snowball method, what it does is that you try to like pay off the smallest debt first. That is the snowball method. Whereas the avalanche method is like you just try to pay off the debt which has the highest interest first. So that's going to be the method. So you can just try to choose whichever method you want to pay, and then you can just try to select it over here, and which is going to be the start date also you can select it. So here it will give you when you will become debt free, and what is going to be the total interest you're going to pay, and then total debt what you have, and debt in 3 months, what is going to be percentage, all these things we'll just try to calculate, and then we'll get it over here. And then here in the next table, you can see the planned total, what is going to be the debt. So you can see you will have it. So whatever month has crossed, it will automatically be crossed here, like it will be like scratched. Then we have how much of a month we have, till when we need to pay, all these things we're just trying to have. And then what is going to be the interest, how much we'll be paying, and total amount, the balance, what we have, everything. You can just try to calculate it over here completely for all the debts you'll be able to calculate. So here also we are just trying to have it for this, for the complete overview. Here we have for the credit card, that's the debt 1 we have it. Next here for the debt 2 we have it. Okay, so here like this we'll have completely. So till when we are going to pay, till that time we'll just try to have it. So this is going to be our complete debt payoff planner. So with the help of this one, you can just try to choose whether you want the snowball method or the avalanche method, and then you can just try to pay off your debts. Next is we have the app debt. So it's again optimized for the app view. So at last we have the 50-30-20 dashboard. So this dashboard is nothing but it's like divided like 50-30-20. That means like 50% is like given for the needs, then 30% is for the wants, and the next 20%, remaining 20% is for the future. Like let's say what is going to be our basic needs. For that, we are just trying to spend like the needs, then the wants, then we have for the future. Future is like the investment or savings, whatever you're going to do. We are just trying to have it over here. So here we have the month, what is going to be the complete year. We are just trying to have it. Then here we have the total needs value, and then what is going to be the want, and then here the future value. We are just trying to have it. So here you can see, you can just try to list down what are all going to be your needs, what are going to be your wants, and what are going to be your future, like the investments. You can just try to choose the complete drop down, and then you can just try to go and select your needs like this. And then here for the future also, you can just try to choose your accounts, and then where you're just trying to go and invest, you can just try to have it over here. So this is the complete table where you can just try to like declare your needs, wants, and the future. Next is here we have the cash flow, what is going to be the goal and what is going to be the actual value. We are just trying to have it over here. And then here we have the complete overview. So what is the percentage, like 50%, 30, 20 we have set. So if you want, you can also change your goal. Like it's not like you need to have 50, 30, 20. You can even have 40, 30, 30 like that also. You can just try to do it. So if you want, you can just try to go and change this according to your needs. So here we'll get what is the actual like achieved value. We are just trying to get it over here. Then we have the goal, how much is done, and then at the top we have the total value and the graphs we have. So how much is like needs, wants, and the future, how much we are just trying to invest. Then here we have the goal versus actual. So how much is like goal and what is the actual value. We are just trying to have it over here with the help of this graph. So with the help of this graph, you can just try to completely plan according to your needs, wants, and future. So this is like one of the most important dashboard I can say. So this helps you to completely plan clearly according to your needs. Like you can just try to mention like you want to have 50, 30, 20 or 50, like 50, 25, 25 or 40, 30, 30 like this. You can just try to mention, and then you can just try to completely have this dashboard according to your requirement. And the app view also we have it for this particular dashboard. So this is about the complete annual budget dashboard I can say. So with the help of this annual budget dashboard, you can mention all your accounts, what is going to be your income subcategories, your expense subcategories, then what all transactions are going to happen, and then what transfers you're going to do from one account to another account. And then also you have the calendar view, year view, then your net worth dashboard you have it. Then you also have the debt dashboard, so where you can just try to use the either snowball or avalanche method to do it. And then you also have the 50, 30, 20 dashboard to like have a clear overview about your needs, wants, and the future planning. I hope you have got a brief understanding about how to use the complete annual budget tracker. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another tutorial.